I needed to get involved in order to save Lily. What wound up happening was a result of me being inexperienced and overzealous.
So, wait, what?
I killed him. What? No, you did not! You killed him? Silence. Neither I nor Yume could say anything. They just stared at me, eyes wide and jaws open. Whoa, this got dark. I thought he was talking metaphorically. Did he actually kill him? I had no other choice. It was already chaotic within the group, and since the government would be on his tail as soon as he gained a few more members, someone needed to do something. He was putting everyone who ever associated with him at risk. Heck, it was nearly impossible to even come into contact with him at this point. He kept himself holed away for weeks at a time. The only reason I was able to see him in person was because he spent so long trying to recruit me. Eventually I feigned interest and said I would join him. He invited me to where he was hiding, and I let out an exasperated sigh. My mind went blank. The only thing I could even almost think about was saving Lily. Something in my brain just went off, and it seemed like this was the only plausible thing to do at the time. Lily was devastated, I think. I never had the courage to go back and talk to her. I gathered the few possessions I had been holding on to, and just left.
Doesn't that mean you're still dating?
What? What are you talking about? What?
Lily, you never broke up with her.
That's not how it works. Is that what you got out of all of that?
You two certainly know how to lighten the mood.
This went exceedingly better than I had imagined it going.
What do you think Lily is doing now?
Don't know. I try not to think about it. I'd only cause her more pain by being near her.
How do you know that?
Because you killed her brother? What?
I mean, you did kill her brother, so she's most likely pissed off about that. But maybe she's realized that you did it to save her.
How did you kill him? Did you shoot him? Did you stab him? Pillow? What? This has gotten dark. I honestly was not expecting this.
I'm not saying that she's totally forgiven you or whatever, but maybe she's less pissed off?
No, I don't think so. Her brother is dead. Young killed him.
What I'm trying to say here is that not talking to her about it isn't going to make anything better.
Maybe she's right. Maybe I wasn't staying away from Lily to ease her pain. Maybe the reason I stayed away for so long is that I've been too scared to confront her myself. It isn't easy to walk up to the girl you're in love with and say, "I killed your brother. Sorry." Thanks, Yume. I think I needed that. Maybe I will try to reach out to her sometime.
Don't mention it.
But I'm pretty sure she's still pissed. You don't just kill somebody like your family and just get over it. No.
This also means...
Oh boy.
You're still a member of the Kanya Shinty.
Why are you both like this? I'm trying to tell a serious story here.
I'm also kind of surprised that you've never told I that story before.
She doesn't need to know.
Not good, Young, not good. You shouldn't be keeping secrets from your girlfriend.
Oh? Girlfriend? Doesn't feel like it. Huh? We're not like that at all.
Really? But you live together, right?
Don't mind him. He's just too shy to admit it.
Has apparently decided to go along with Yume's assumption about us. I mean, it would definitely explain the whole living together situation, but I just don't want Yume to think that way about us for some reason. Oh yeah. Totally dating. Forgot.
Anyway, I should probably be heading to the office now. Sorry I didn't get to give you guys the full tour. Maybe some other time?
Sure.
Don't worry about it. Catch you later, Yume.
See you soon.
Yep, bright and early for breakfast tomorrow morning.
No. I forcibly cover her mouth with my hand and wait until Yume is far enough to hear us. Hey, I can't take another consecutive day of physical activity. I need time to recuperate. She breaks free from my hand.
Fine, but you owe me pancakes.
That's fine. Yume is long gone by now. So, are we supposed to keep pretending that we're lovers in front of Yume from now on? Because I don't think I'm a good enough actor for that.
Why not? It's not like we're far from being lovers anyway, right?
Oh, so is that what you think of us?
Do you not?
Hard to tell, Sometimes it's hard to tell. So, what's the plan now? Should we just head home?
Are you kidding? We haven't even made any new friends today.
No.
I've got like 100 people I still need to talk to before I fill my quota.
No. What a pain.
Young, what is the point of having this cell phone if the only numbers I have are yours and Yume's?
You don't put strangers on your cell phone.
I still need to fill up my contacts.
No,
list.
you do not. That's a stupid goal. Just dial random numbers and wait for someone to pick up. Hooray, new friend. Let's go home.
That's not how it works. Ah!
I finds her next victim.
Friend spotted.
Oh boy. She grabs my arms and yanks me toward the said victim.
Hello.
Oh, I've seen this guy before. See, you scared him.
What? Of course I didn't. You're not a scaredy cat, right? My name is Ai.
Hi?
What's your name?
Ugo Kasu.
I turns to me and whispers.
Why is he whispering?
Because you scared him! You aren't exactly making the greatest first impression right now. Do you think that could be it? Oh, maybe he just doesn't like you. Let's go home now.
No way. This quest is still active in my log. I'm about to level up, Young.
Mm-hmm.
So, Ugo Kasu, was it?
He nods.
That's a nice name. What are you doing?
He is painting and you are bothering him.
Shh, I didn't ask you.
I'm so sorry, Ugo Kasu. Just humor this annoying girl here, and we'll be on our way.
What? I'm not annoying him.
Yes, you are. You annoy everyone.
Why don't you go somewhere else while I talk to my new friend?
I need to stay here and make sure you don't do anything stupid.
I won't.
Yes, you will. The boy giggles softly.
Sorry.
See? I was not planning on letting this opportunity to socialize pass up. She rests her arm on one of the boy's shoulders.
Hey, don't worry about it. Laugh if you want to laugh. Ha ha ha! Laughing feels great, right?
He's still unsure of what to do next. He still seems a bit nervous, but who wouldn't be if they were randomly approached and verbally harassed by two random people?
So, Ugo Kasu, my new friend, how are you doing?
Good, thanks.
Good. I see you're painting a pretty cool thing right there. That's a really good painting.
Thank you.
If I were him, I'd have run away by now. Surprisingly enough, he's actually responding to her questions.
So hey, since we've now become friends, why don't we exchange phone numbers?
Oh, see, this is the guy who doesn't use phones. He doesn't use a phone. Ugo Kasu reverts back to shy mode and hides his eyes underneath his long bangs.
Huh? What's wrong?
There's kind of this unspoken rule about not asking for a person's phone number 2 minutes after meeting them.
Whoa, really? But then what are the numbers even good for?
I don't know, It's been less than 5 minutes. You're scaring the poor kid.
No, it's not that.
He tries to speak up, but is still barely audible.
I'm really happy that you would consider me as a friend. But sadly, I don't have a phone.
Oh man, really?
I'm sorry.
That's cool. Ugo Kasu sighs and fixates on the ground.
Oh, no, don't worry about it. I'm sorry for suddenly asking you anyway. We can still be friends without trading numbers.
He smiles, and the air around him immediately changes. This kid is surprisingly welcoming after all.
What about an email address?
Hey you, you're breaking another unspoken rule.
I don't have a computer either. Sorry.
Then how the heck are we supposed to be friends? You're more off the grid than I am, and I
have to put my hand over Ai's mouth in order to keep her from giving away who she is.
Sorry again, but I'm usually around the campus in case you guys are here often. You should be able to spot me pretty easily.
Okay, he seems like a good guy. Yeah.
Coolio. Good to know.
Not having a phone or a computer must be tough. I can't imagine not having at least one of those.
I just never really found them necessary.
How can you not find them not necessary? Come on. There's so much information on the internet. It doesn't make any sense. You can play games, you can read stories, you watch movies, gain information, acquire knowledge. I don't get it. I don't get it.
I also don't really have all that many friends, so having something like that would be kind of a waste.
Well, if you say so.
Besides, I enjoy nature more than people anyway.
Nothing wrong with nature. Not my thing, but whatever. Yes. Oh yes. I nod with passion. Anything is enjoyable more than people. Yeah, I can agree with that. Finally, someone who speaks my language.
Hey, speaking of which, you're super good at painting. Do you do anything besides landscapes and stuff?
Not really. Nature is mysterious and beautiful. That being said, looking at landscapes is often relaxing and fun. At the same time, you can find traces of gloom or depression. The beauty with landscapes is that you don't even really need words to describe them. You just feel it. A slight change in color can alter the mood of a piece almost entirely. Everything is just so delicate and fragile with them.
Again, nothing wrong with nature. Not my thing, but I can see the appeal. Isn't this kid supposed to be quiet? How much can one person love nature?
The city has a lot of spots to... Oh, I'm sorry, I started ranting without thinking. I apologize.
No, you're good.
Hey, not a problem at all, buddy. Young and I love
Buddy.
listening to your nature talk.
Yeah, it's not always a bad thing to share your interests to others.
Thank you.
Oh, I know she just said it, but I'm young. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Jung. You too, Ai. You two seem really close.
He pronounced it wrong, but it's okay.
Totally are. We've been together since birth. We also just been upgraded to lovers.
It's a bit more complicated than that, to be honest.
Hush, just agree.
This may be the first time I've envied a human relationship.
Human and robot, that is.
Well, now that we're all friends, we can all be super close.
That's good to know. I've had friends before, but never really any close ones. They weren't exactly the type of people I would hang out with or share secrets with or whatever. Those things never mattered to me until recently. I guess I'll be in your care from now on then.
Ai looks deep in thought while Ugokasu is speaking. It's almost kind of creepy. Her eyes are fixated on him. Yeah, but they look dead. She flinches when Ugokasu bows.
Oh yeah, totally. We'll be the best of friends.
I'm glad to hear that. Well then, I suppose I will excuse myself for now. I have a class to get to.
Oh, he goes to school.
Oh
Okay.
man, you're leaving already? I wanted to paint with you.
Sorry again. Next time we see each other, I'll prepare canvases so we can all paint together.
Well, that sounds like work.
Sounds good. I hope to see you again soon.
Same to you.
Ugokasu puts his tools in a bag and grabs the canvas as he leaves. After waving goodbye, Ai sits down on a stone that has been converted into a bench. She still seems deep in thought, and I don't really want to disturb her. Instead, I sit beside her and wait for her to say or do something.
Hey, Young?
What's up?
I really like Yume.
Okay. Are you just now realizing that you're a lesbian, or have you known this for a while?
I'm not a lesbian.
Okay.
I mean, I really like her as a person. And I really want to be friends with her.
I thought you were, so what's the big deal? You've already established that, in case you weren't aware.
I know, but I really want to be closer with her.
So... lesbian?
Stop it.
What? What do you mean? I don't get it. I don't understand what you're talking about. Are you saying... Oh, I think I know what she means. She wants to disclose the fact that she's not from this world. Okay.
I'm thinking of telling her who I really am. What I really am.
And the first thing I'm thinking is, not now. Too soon. Let's just wait a little bit, until we get to know each other, and then it's fine. But I bet I bet Young is going to say, no, absolutely not a good idea. And then she's going to say, oh, you can't tell me what to do, it's my life or whatever. That's what I bet she's going to say that. I bet she's going to say that, and then we're going to get into trouble. She's going to cause so much trouble. This is bad. What? Why on earth would you do that?
I really thought I knew you more than anyone else did. We've lived together for a while now, and, well, I just thought I knew everything about you. But then you started talking about your past, and, well, I realized I know nothing at all. It's like we're not even close to each other. It sounds silly, but stuff like that really upsets me. It's like you don't trust me. I understood what Ugo Kasu said about friends sharing secrets. But then it got me thinking that I'm doing the same thing to Yume. How can we really be friends when I'm keeping her in the dark about what I am? It's like I haven't even been putting in the effort to trust her. That's why I've decided to tell her everything.
Calm down. You can't just go around telling people you're a robot, or even if it's Yume. You need to understand the weight of your existence. Who knows what kind of chaos would break out if people knew you existed? It would be the singularity. You could be stolen, researched, dissected, destroyed. You'd be a slave to science, and I don't want that to happen. Besides, this is my secret as well. You have to think about what this could do to me.
Young.
I know you understand the potential consequences. You, of all people, should be thinking about this logically.
And you, of all people, should know that emotions can't be solved with just logic alone. I want you to understand how I feel.
I let out a sigh. Listen, how important do you think it is to share secrets with friends? If you ask me, I'd say it's really not important at all. Everyone has secrets. I'm sure even Ugo Kasu has some. The fact is that no one out there will ever truly understand who you are except, well, you. In my opinion, the most important aspect of having friends is how you treat them or spend time with them or whatever. You and Yume can be the best of friends without ever knowing your secret. No, our secret. Sometimes keeping things hidden is for the best.
Even so, I want to tell her, Young. Please? Just her.
Sounding as if she's broken, I reaches out and touches my arm. She's begging. I shouldn't have authority over her at all, should I? At this point, it feels like I'm being selfish. Who am I to tell someone what they can and cannot do? I don't understand how I feels. I probably never will either. But if she really wants to tell Yume the truth, then fine. But you have to promise that Yume will be the only person to ever know about this. I'm making an exception for her.
Yes, I promise.
No one
will
else.
ever know.
No one else. And it's only because Yume is actually pretty cool and I feel like I could trust her. But no. Nobody else.
Thank you, Young. I love you.
Her face brightens up and the tears subside. Even if I did say no, she would have just kept pestering me until I changed my mind. Still, I'm kind of glad she came to me about this first and didn't just blurt it out. Ai pulls out her phone. I still can't shake off the possibility that this could go horribly wrong, but I guess we could deal with that if and when it happens, come what may.
I'm going to tell Yume that we'll wait for her here.
I think I should also apologize to you, Ai. It's true that I never told you about my entire past and everything, but I don't want that to make you think any less of me as a friend. Honestly, you're still closer to me than anyone else out there. I just didn't think my past was relevant anymore. I wasn't hiding it from you or anything.
It's okay. I understand. But if you're really actually super sorry about it, you're going to have to tell me everything.
Should I tell her? Yeah. I'm already regretting my decision. Fine. This is everything I can think of. I am born in my father's hometown in the West. Both my parents were engineers and I grew up learning a lot about their field of work, even helping them sometimes. Lily and I met in high school, around the same time when my father passed away. She forced me to join a club she started, saying she wanted to save the school and that she needed me for that. She has always been a weird person, but every day with her was fun. We had been together since until the incident with her brother, which I've already told you about. When I had no place to go, I decided to come and live here, my mother's hometown, so here I am. Wait, so where's your mother? That's about it, I guess.
That's quite the story. But I think I expected something a little more intense.
Well, sorry to disappoint. So what happened to making friends and filling up your contact list?
I think I'm gonna save that for later. I still need to mentally prepare for when Yume gets here.
The sky has been dyed orange by the encroaching sunset. We didn't expect Yume's appointment to take this long, but I is determined to wait for her no matter what. On the bright side, this gives her a little more time to think about how she's going to approach the situation altogether.
Hey guys, sorry it took so long.
Hey, Yume! Don't sweat it!
So, what was it you wanted to talk to me about?
Yeah.
I must re-emphasize, nobody else. No one else. Ai looks at me as if trying to ask for my permission again. I simply stare back at her. This is something she needs to do on her own.
There's something I need to apologize for. We have been keeping a secret from you.
What's with the serious atmosphere all of a sudden?
I'm not actually a human.
What are you talking about? If you're not human, what are you?
Alien! Ai looks down and keeps quiet. I guess she's hoping that Yume figures it out so she doesn't have to spell it out for her. Of course, Yume isn't going to gracefully accept this, though. Who would? I'm able to prevent myself from butting in, but just barely. It's better this way. After a minute or two goes by, Ai finally speaks.
You see, I have the body of a human, but my brain is electronic.
So, you're a robot?
Ai looks up to see Yume's reaction, which can be described with no word other than dumbfounded.
Body of a human as in anatomically correct? Blood, bones, tissues, everything?
Ai nods. Yume looks at me as if to confirm if Ai is telling the truth. Now that I think about it, I don't really know how Ai's physical body works at all. There's actually real blood and tissue in there? I'm torn away from my thoughts when I notice that Yume is still staring at me instead of Ai.
You know, making a robot capable of passing the Turing test would already be more than enough to amaze me. But creating a functional human body from scratch? That's just crazy. Oh, but not like bad crazy.
The good kind of crazy.
I mean, I never thought I'd live to see the singularity. I knew the current technological state of the world was advancing, but I didn't know we were anywhere close to uncovering something like this.
Let's clear up a certain misunderstanding first. I wasn't the one who created her body, she was.
What? How?
To be specific, I created an unsupervised learning program to aid me in finishing various work projects. That program ultimately transformed into an AI that could communicate and function on its own the way a real person would. The source code was all I did. Everything else was done by her.
I can't even think of a word to describe how I feel right now. It does make sense, though. No matter how proficient a coder you are, no one in this day and age could have possibly created something of this caliber. It only makes sense that a computer itself was able to manage it. But still, Young, you laid down the building blocks for all of this. You never cease to amaze me.
So, do you think we can still be friends?
Ai's eyes, which had become glossy with a hint of fresh tears, locked onto Yume's. They both seemed to be at a loss for words. That is until Yume smiles and places Ai's hands in her own.
What made you think we wouldn't be friends anymore? It's not like I would get mad or upset about something like that. I mean, yeah, it's crazy, but if anything, I'm just happy that you were able to share it with me. What you are, wires or not, has nothing to do with our friendship.
I can only imagine how ecstatic Ai must feel right now. She smiles and pushes herself into Yume, giving her a hug so tight that it most likely surpassing typical human strength limits. They stay like this for a good 5 minutes before I start to worry that Ai has actually suffocated Yume to death. Not a single word has been uttered during the embrace. Instead, the two seem to be communicating telepathically. Normally, I'd say something like this would be impossible, but I don't think I'm actually able to say that after all that's happened this month. The longer they hold each other, the more they seem to understand one another. I'm glad everything went well. Yume is surprisingly adaptable when it comes to stuff like this. Anyone else would have called the police or something. I guess this is to be expected from a technophile. We should probably head home now. It's getting kind of dark and we still need to walk a long way.
Jeez, can't you see we're having a moment here?
That's right, Young. Can't you read the atmosphere?
But you guys have been hugging for like 10 minutes. Before I know it, Yume and I are both poking fun at me. Friendship is scary.
Anyway, Young is probably right. I'm sure you two need some rest. It's been a long day.
Tell me about it.
Shopping with girls is exhausting. Yume stays with us as we begin to make our way back home.
Your body is so well made, I never would have guessed that you weren't a real human.
Oh yeah? You think so?
Yeah. Even after what you've told me, you still seem more like a human than a robot to me.
See, Young, even she agrees.
I refuse to comment on anything pertaining to your body for the rest of the night.
Huh? What do I agree with?
That Ai is a die-hard human wannabe.
No, I'm not. You just won't stop calling me a robot when clearly I'm not. Right, Yume?
Yeah, you're a terrible boyfriend, Young.
Okay, so since the cat is out of the bag about Ai being a robot, that makes something else clear. We're not actually dating.
Really? Why not?
Well, first of all, she's not human. What's even worse is that I'm the one who created her. I'm like her father.
But didn't you say she made herself? I don't think that counts.
Yeah, but then that would mean that she is her own father, and that would be even weirder. This girl, I'm starting to believe that I'm dealing with two robots instead of one. Yume pulls Ai toward her and gives her another hug that hopefully lasts less than 10 minutes this time.
How could you not be dating this girl? She's so adorable and funny and smart. What else could a guy ask for? I would totally marry her, like, right now.
Oh no. Did she pay you to say that?
Yume, I knew you would understand. Why don't we leave Young and be together instead?
I knew it.
Knew what?
Young thinks I'm a lesbian.
You never know until you try.
Oh boy. Get a room, you two. Strangely enough, these two seem like they've known each other for years. They definitely have similar personalities, and on top of that, they're both tech geek code monkeys. Regardless, they both seem happy, and I'm happy for them.
So if I isn't your ideal girl, who is? Tell us about your ex.
Oh god. They both stare at me intently. I would be lying if I say I didn't kind of like Ai. She has all the qualities I look for in a girl. In fact, she's pretty much just like Lily. Pushy, impulsive, troublesome, rude, cheerful, caring, and fun. There's not a single boring moment when I'm with her. It's like Yume said, she's basically the perfect girl. But I think that's exactly what's making me so skeptical about seeing her as a real girl and not a robot. She was human, to say the least.
He really doesn't get it. Let's leave him and be together, Ai.
You're so much more fun than him anyway, Yume.
This whole not a lesbian thing is getting increasingly harder to believe.
But still, I've gotta say, you really did a great job making that body, Ai.
Of course. Don't underestimate my skills in human craft.
Human craft? Is that even a thing?
But if you don't mind me asking, why did you choose a human body? As impressive as it is, the capabilities of a human body are quite limited. You could have achieved more if you made your body out of more advanced materials.
Ai stays quiet. Both Yume and I know the answer is simply that Ai wants to be human. We don't understand why Ai, or any intelligent being for that matter, would choose a type of body with so many imperfections. There are so many better things she could have done. Maybe it's the thumbs. The long walk home passes by very quickly. I always thought I liked walking alone more than with others, but this has actually been pretty fun. After several conversations with no relevancy to anything whatsoever, we reach Yume's place. Ai gently pushes her toward the door before Yume is able to say her goodbyes.
See you tomorrow, Young. I'm spending the night with my beloved Yume.
You're kidding, right? You don't even have a change of clothes with you. And when did you two even decide this?
Doesn't matter. I'll borrow some of Yume's clothes.
Alright. You can't just crash in someone's house whenever you feel like it, let alone take their clothes. Yume laughs.
She can stay with me, it's no problem. I'm sure I have a few things that fit Ai.
You're really okay with this?
Yeah. Plus, I haven't had a friend stay over since kindergarten, so this is kind of exciting.
Okay. Well, if you say so.
Yay! See you. Good night, Young.
You better not cause any trouble.
You really are like her father.
See? I'm going to leave her in your care, but if she does anything crazy, just shoot me a text and I'll come drag her home.
What would I even do that you would consider crazy?
Roger, do you want to come inside and eat something before you leave?
As much as I would love to, I think I'll just head straight home tonight. I'm exhausted.
Suit yourself.
I wave goodbye to Ai and Yume as they enter the bakery. This might be the first time I've ever let an opportunity for pastries pass, but I'm really just not feeling it right now. I decide it's best to just get to sleep as soon as I can in case I get dragged out of my room again tomorrow. I arrive at the apartment and plop down on my bed. Even though it's only been a few days since I came to life, it feels like it's been years since this room was quiet. Yeah, it's a little lonely, but it's peaceful. I like this. Plus, I can finally get a good night's sleep. Just as I close my eyes, the phone rings. And it's I, sending me a picture of them in Yume's room. Yes, very nice. I close my eyes again. Another picture message. Oh good, now they're eating food. Please, just let me sleep. And yet another picture from I. This one has a caption. We're about to watch a movie. Cool. Are you seriously gonna do this every 5 seconds for the rest of the night? I turn off my phone before this goes any further and eventually drift off to sleep. An old image flashes into my mind. Unclear, yet nostalgic. It was back when I was still with Lily. I can't remember when or where, or even what was happening, but it was definitely one of the best times we had together. I wake up in the middle of the night. My cheeks are wet. Was I crying? These thoughts, which I figured were buried deep in the back of my mind, were finding their way back. I've seen this dream many times since I left Lily, but this is the first time it's ever hit me hard enough to make me cry. Maybe it's because of what Yume said earlier about me being too scared to face the reality of things. Being too scared to face Lily. I know that what I did was wrong, but it was to save her. It's not like I wanted things to end that way. Maybe she felt the same. Just when I was finally about to get a good night's sleep. I get out of my bed and turn my computer on. I assume she's still using the system we programmed together. I begin writing her the first message I sent out in a very, very long time. Dear Lily, how are you doing? It's been a while. I hope everything is okay. I know you probably hate me for what I've done, but I figured it's about time to straighten things out between us and maybe even catch up with each other. It's probably pretentious of me to say this, but I'm just as devastated as you about what happened back then. However, this isn't me apologizing for what did happen. Everything I did back then, I did it for you. I did it for everyone. I still stand by my decision and firmly believe I did the right thing. There's one thing I do want to apologize for, though, and that's taking so darn long to talk to you about this. I don't expect you to understand where I'm coming from, but I really hope you do. I'm not expecting a reply back, but I really do want to come to terms with you on this. At the very least, I want us to stay friends. Love, Jung. Well, that's that. Maybe I'll be able to get some sleep now. I fall face first down on the bed. I really hope she replies.